Yes, people, welcome to another episode of your favorite weekly podcast. Back up to that. Listen, guys, 2 days left to the start of the Premier League. Is it two? I count it as two. I don't count the day that it's on. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, 2 days left till the Premier League starts. Now I'm excited. I was holding it back a bit, but now I'm just like, all right, it's feeling like the weekends are coming back proper now. FPL for those that play fantasy football. So I'm gonna do a league. Speaking of that, I'm gonna do a little league, have people involved. It doesn't have to be mandatory. It's just a bit of fun. Get people involved. Some of you guys that have been watching me, supporting me, I appreciate you. So yeah, just a little something. And even if there is no monetary entries, I am going to do a prize for the winner. Actually, I will do a prize for the winner. But yeah, 2 days left. I'm excited. First fixture will be Manchester United versus Fulham at Old Trafford on Friday. Losing my head, just too excited. That's going to be a tricky one. That's going to be a tricky one. United have done well in the transfer window. I feel. I still think they need two more signings. Um, Euro obviously injured. They signed Zirkzee, who I don't know if he's really going to start many games. But I just want to talk about a lot of the teams. I don't think too many transfers will happen before the weekend, so I just want to touch on them. I feel like United, yeah, Delete, Mazraoui. My only concern for Man United at the moment is that a lot of these are ex-Ajax or ex-Dutch of some sort. Like Mason Mount, who did play in the Dutch league as well. And I kind of feel like with that could be the downfall of Ten Hag. I'm not saying it will. It could be the downfall of Eric Ten Hag. And, I feel like United are going to have a similar season to last. I don't think they've improved that much where we're going to see like a major difference. I think that it's going to take time for them to get to where they want to. No one can expect instant miracles. They need to be luckier on the injury front. For that, they need to get rid of the dots that we used to have at Arsenal. Mr. O'Driscoll. And listen, real Arsenal fans know that guy terrible. Some of the decisions made in terms of some of the players, Cazorla being the main one. Yeah, let's not get into that. We're not going to go too deep into that. But yeah, when they have a fully fit team, I think they're quite. They'll be quite decent. I feel like up front they need to try and get it right. I don't know how they're going to play it with Xerxes up top with Højlund. They need to find out what to do with that. Kobe will be in midfield, definitely. They need Casemiro to have a big season. I thought it was going to be sold early in the summer, but I think they're going to run with him probably till next year at the least. And just, yeah, what are they going to do beside that? We don't know yet. McTominay is looking to move, or, I think it's Galatasaray, Fulham have been in with him. And defensively, have they improved that much in terms of Luke Shaw injured? Malacia, I don't know. I don't even think the guy existed. I think it was just a figment of all of our imaginations. Like, I don't know where he's at. Goalkeeper Anana's Anana. You're gonna get calamity moments. You're gonna get good saves every now and then. You're gonna get this, and someone's trying to take a pen, and they put it past you anyway. But yeah, Ten Hag's got a tough job in his hands, and I'm gonna put out there. I'm gonna say something crazy. I don't think he lasts the season. I know they've given him the backing. I know he's staying on for the start of this one, but I really don't think it's going to end of the season. I feel like it's going to hit that point. United always have that that blip where it's like they're going to run a bad results. And I feel like this board will look and go, nah, you're gone. They're already linked to Tuchel before McKenna, before they decide to keep Ten Hag. But did they really want to keep Ten Hag? That's the question. Some people say yes, some people say no. But yeah, I feel like if it doesn't go right, I think they will get rid of him before. And also, I think it's the whole thing of he's now got the players he wants in. I'm sure he's asked for Dilip and Mazraoui. You know what I mean? You went and you got Anthony for however much million. So yeah, that's my big prediction of the season. One of the biggest ones, and that Ten Hag won't last till the end of the season. But yeah, United go for top four, an FA Cup, and then just see what happens from there, really. as I said, still more business to do for them in transfer window. Agate, someone in midfield. If they can get someone in midfield, then I think they're a certainty for top four, because I feel like they're missing a bit of bite in that midfield. But let's see if they get it. Touching on Fulham, who are going to be their opponents on Friday. Fulham have had a great transfer window, linked with Diego Carlos now as well, and they're under the radar with what they're building there. Alex Iwobi, Emil Smith Rowe there, Muniz, who we saw last season, Rodrigo to some, depending on how you want to say his name. So yeah, they look quite decent. I think they're going to have a good season. I think top 10 finish for them is quite realistic. Another team I want to talk about in terms of transfers as well, West Ham. I mentioned it when I said, okay, West Ham finished top four. Listen, I've got a list of the players here. I was trying to remember off the top of my head. So if I miss anyone, you guys just let me know, whatever. Fulkrug, Wan-Bissaka, Guido Rodriguez, is it Guido, how do you say it? Somerville, Kilman, Tadiba. That's a fantastic transfer window. Like, if you look at West Ham last season to what they're going to have now, no Europe, and Lopetegui has a chance, or J-Lo, as someone calls him, and will have the chance to really implement his style of play and have moments to, kind of say, all right, when you're in Europe early stage, you can rotate your team a bit more, but you still got a Carabao couple, whatever it's called. And in the league, you'll be able to rotate a lot more now. Like last season, was struggling a bit, and Tony had to go up top at times. Bowen will come on from the flanks, and they were kind of a bit imbalanced. But now I look at this West Ham team, and I think it's quite solid. I said on the show before that Kilman needs someone better next to him. All right, we haven't seen Tadibo in the Premier yet, but I think there's going to be quality. I think them two at the back are going to be very good for West Ham. I think Wan-Bissaka right back's quality. I don't think they're going to get a lot of him going forward. So if they're expecting great overlapping play in terms of assisting Bowen if he's got the ball, Kudus who's on the going to be on right flank, and then pass it back to Wan-Bissaka for a crossing, you're not going to get the best in terms of that. But defensively, solid Wan-Bissaka. You don't see many players rip him. I remember him shutting down Mbappe, and that's something. You know what I mean? Not many defenders can even say they did anything near to that. So I think that's quite a big deal and quite a good signing. Somerville, I think, is going to be quality as well. And they could cook. Like, people are underestimating what this lot could do. They could cook next season. What they really need is a good start as well in the Premier League. They don't always get a good start. They normally, it's like a false start, should I say, and then they're struggling to pick up a good run of wins and end up in a decent position. But if this season can start well and get to December and it can be around fifth, sixth-ish, but still like 2 points behind or whatever, they could do it, because Villa are in Champions League now. You know what I mean? Villa Champions League, so you don't know. Newcastle, right? They're not in Europe, but again, I don't think Newcastle have had the best window. So it's a great opportunity for West Ham, and it'll be interesting to see. And yeah, I think they could do it. I know Europa for them would be fantastic anyway, but listen, no one expected Villa to finish top four, and Villa did. So West Ham could possibly do the same. So yeah, great winner from them. I'm impressed with them. Man City, not really much to touch on with them. They signed Savino or Savio. I saw Savino's Community Shield top. Can someone please tell me actually why he's got Savino on there? I think he's just trying to make it sound more like I'm a Brazilian. I got flair, So yeah, that's it for them. I think there's going to be a big signing from them now. The fact that Alvarez has gone, I just don't know who it will be. It could be an Eze or someone just throws us off and we're like, what? Like, when was that going to happen? So yeah, let's see. Matheus Nunes, we forgot they've got him as well, so he could come and do something this season as well. But City, in it. Pep will get them cooking at some point. I just feel like a lot of the players have got a lot older, so I feel like they need to freshen up a lot more. And so yeah, they're definitely gonna go into the transfer window. Pep might say, "Oh yeah, I'm happy with what I have." No, I think they're gonna go for 1-2, but they'll probably go for one that's maybe a bit cheaper to go into the squad, as they did with that Sergio Gomez that's now left, and then they'll get one superstar, probably someone like Eze. Can't think of anyone else really, because Olmo's gone to Barcelona. So yeah, there's not too many talents like that left out, kind of available for them. Arsenal, Calafiore, Is it only signing? I think, yeah, linked with Moreno, Mikel Moreno, who we're still waiting to see if that's going to happen. They need that signing. That left hand side is struggling. Really wanted a winger. I really wanted an X factor winger or a striker. And they're struggling to get rid of Eddie Nketiah, who's linked to Marseille, but Marseille have changed it, or changed their mind, sorry, and gone with, I think his name's Wahi from Lens. So, yeah, they said that's collapsed now. So, who knows? With Bournemouth selling Solanke to Tottenham, could be a case of Nketiah now down Bournemouth. And that would be a great deal for Bournemouth. I'm not just saying that. That could be a great deal for Bournemouth. And that's a great place for Eddie to kind of, showcase what he can do. We know we can score goals, but maybe sometimes the pressure different of certain clubs is different. So maybe he just needs some lack of Bournemouth to score goals and really, get himself to a place where it's like then get another bigger move, whether it's in the Premier League to another league, we don't know. But yeah, he'll score goals, and I think he could do a job for them. And under Areola, who's over there, we could do well. I feel we could do well. But yeah, ask him to pick up in the window as well. Um, Edu said, what was it now? Edu said something along the lines of, "You won't be disappointed, mate. You have 3 weeks. I need to see an LCM. I need to see a winger and a striker, or a winger or a striker. I want both. I want to be green and say both. Actually, you know what? No, I need someone that can give Saka a rest. That's very important because this playing Saka all the time is absolutely hurting us. It's very, very painful seeing him. So we kind of need the rotation. Pedro Neto's gone to Chelsea. Bit of a disappointment there because I do like him. I would like to see him at Arsenal. So that's a disappointment. But yeah, ask him to pick up in the window and Edu, listen, we're on you, mate. We're watching, we're waiting, and we want to see what you're going to do. Spurs, Archie Gray, Solanke, good moves. I think Bergvall, a Swedish guy, he's looked good during preseason. I think he's going to have a good season for Spurs. I think Archie Gray is going to really shock a lot of people. I think a lot of people kind of look and say, oh, was it Leeds Young? Is he going to go? So that's my alarm. Get me excited about Arsenal again. But yeah, I think Archie Gray is going to do a fantastic job at Spurs. I think, when you watch him, he's one of them young ones where he plays beyond his years. He's got the intelligence, and I think he's one of them who will develop into a midfielder, DM, centre mid, and maybe, not a utility player, should I say, but you remember how Owen Hargreaves would be. Put him there, do a job, spot on with it, like a quality job at that. So I think that's what they might get from Archie Gray. I still feel like Spurs are missing something. I think defensively, yeah, they've got Van der Ven and Romero. That's their best back two. But and Dragusin, who did well in the Euros, may I add. But yeah, just something missing at Spurs squad. I don't think they've got the squad yet where you look and you go, guaranteed top four. Gonna do well here, gonna do black. There's just something missing. And Spurs fans, might be able to tell me more about who they think they should sign or whatever. I do feel like they should let Richarlison go. I think Brendan Johnson will have an alright season. Again, I don't think he's world class and I think he's top quality, but he'll do a job. Timo Werner, who they've got there. So there's a lot that Spurs still need to do, but the signings they've made so far, decent. And Solanke, I thought they'd go for Ivan Toney instead, but they've gone for Solanke. I think it's a good move. He scored 19 goals last season. Madison behind him, probably Son going to be on the flank as well. Could do well. It's one of them where you can see him scoring goals. But yeah, just how well he does, we don't know. And the Ange system. Ange is another one. Like Ten Hag, as I said earlier, where it could be a point where Spurs fans get a bit like, no, I want more than this now. Because it was exciting at the start. Then it got to the point where it was getting ridiculous. Like that Chelsea game, just kept going for it, and just conceding goals. And obviously, unfortunate, the red card to Udogie and Romero, but he just stuck to his guns and was like, yeah, this is how I played it. And that's more than good. But at some point, you've got to change it up. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him as the season goes on. Because if Spurs get to December, they're not in a great position. Who knows? Listen, they've sacked a great manager before a Carabao Cup final, so you never know. So that's Spurs, talking about Arsenal, talking about Man City, West Ham, Man United. I want to really talk about Chelsea, but listen, I can't bother to go for that full football manager squad. But you know what? Let's be honest now. I'm going to finish on Chelsea. Because Liverpool have made no signings. By the way, only side in the top 5 divisions not to make a signing. That's mad. Also, Van Dijk even said himself he expected the club to have made signings by now. So it's a bit concerned what's going on. But good team anyway. Listen, they still got Salah and Trent and them guys. So I'm expecting Liverpool to still have a decent season. But listen, after Zubimendi rejected them yesterday, and I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing about it. But I think they still need a 6 if they want to really push for the title. But back to Chelsea, every day I wake up, I feel like there's another signing. Like, it's absolutely insane. They're just stockpiling players. And when I look at it sometimes, I kind of feel like, is there a ban coming that we don't know about? Like, is it a case of the stockpiling? So it's like, cool, you're banned for 4 or 5 years. But then they know they have all these players. But quality players, like Andrew Pires, I don't know if people watched him, the Ecuadorian one, young one, baller. Esteval, William Esteval, baller. You know what I mean? Good players there. I think Guhi, the young lad from Barcelona, I think he's decent as well. So if Chelsea can get it right in terms of personnel, but it's going to be hard to get the personnel because it's got so many players, I think they could attack top 4. They're not in Europe as well, from what I remember. So yeah, I think they could be quite decent. I feel like they just need to get it right. They just need a bit of stability as well. But I think the problem is with this board above, it's like, can you really get stability when you've got people like that above? And the manager must be thinking, you know what, like, I'm on edge here. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how their season goes. But yeah, I just think they need a new goalkeeper. I think they need a solid back 2. They need Reece James to stay fit. But they've got a great understudy in Gusto at left back. I think Chilwell, I think time's up for him. So I'm going to go Levi Colwill there. You know, someone like Maatsen, who they got rid of, would have been perfect. He went to Villa, by the way. And he would have been perfect in that position. But I think Kukurea coming off a great Euros, they might start with him. And midfield's an interesting one because it all depends how they play. Because I think Maresca, he would do a 4-3-3, would it be? And then change into like a 3-4, because he likes playing with certain type of midfielders. So it'll be Caicedo, I'm sure, Lavia. Who the third one is, I'm not sure yet. And then, you know, possibly could put Palmer there, floating. You know, and listen, they're going to have players that will score goals. I think Jackson was a good season. When you look at Nicholas Jackson, it's not that he's a totally crap player. His movements on point, his finishing hasn't been the best. But listen, once he gets that right, as a striker, it's just scoring a couple of goals in a couple of games and then you go on a run. It's a confidence thing. So yeah, let's see what happens with Chelsea. But I think they could get top 4. I think they could push themselves in for a top 4 position. So judging by that, it would be for me Arsenal first, not being biased. I think City second, because City is City, they'll be thereabouts. I think Liverpool third, but I'm basing on them buying a 6. I just think if they don't buy a 6, I think they're going to be battling for 4th with somebody. And then I think third, in that case, then I don't even want to give it to these lot. Villa could, but I think Champions League might take its toll. So I think even someone like Spurs, maybe Spurs. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I just think it's going to be a great season. I feel like every team's got more quality. I didn't even get to touch on Losan Onana from Everton. And Emery's building a great team there, a solid team ready for Champions League football, FA Cup, all of that. And listen, when you've got an experienced manager like that, they know what they're doing. So it's going to be a great season. Really looking forward to it. I don't know who you guys think will win it. But it just feels like Arsenal's year to me. But again, there's 3 weeks left for the transfer. And I could be sitting here in 2 weeks' time going, still haven't signed anyone. Not sure. But as it stands, that's how I feel. Yeah, but you guys, listen. Put the comments down. Let me know who you guys will think is going to win. I might come back and banter you depending on who you say. And don't wind me up by saying no silly teams, guys. Yeah. But yeah, listen, I'll be back on Thursday. Actually, I'm doing a show, another show later on with Hamza, Friday Night Cancer. I'll pick him up, some predictions and stuff like that. So feel free to check that one out at a point as well. And then, yes, I will be doing one on Thursday in preparation, probably like a little preview of the game with a Man United fan as well. So be sure to check that one out. But guys, listen, just a quick little get you in the mood for the Premier League on Friday, a bit of excitement. And as I said, some FPL stuff coming as well. And yeah, if you're down to join the league and that, let me know. Message me, DM me, whatever you got to do, and I'll get that sorted. But guys, once again, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.